The APEL, it's APEEL, and it's this coating that is going to be put on organic produce that essentially extends the lifespan. Um, it's kind of hard because you go to the site and like actually look up information on it. It sounds all lovely and great, but it's, you know, when you hear people actually report on what actually is going on, you're just like, this isn't good. They're talking about, injecting or using mRNA products in organic produce. I don't know how that works, but it's already bad enough with everything being genetically modified, with them being sprayed with Roundup relentlessly. But now we're, for lack of a better term, vaccinating our food. They were talking about mRNA shots in cows and chickens to prevent, whatever excuse they're going to make up, because that's what they do. It's problem reaction solution. They have a problem that they want fixed. They cause a reaction. Or no, sorry. They have a solution that they want. They create the problem to garner a certain reaction to provide that solution. And they do that with so many things. Health is, one of the major ones. It's one of the major ones. The one that Bill Gates lost. I mean, it does not have to do with organic foods, but the whole GMO mosquitoes thing. Have you seen about that? Yeah, he just released millions of GMO mosquitoes in Florida. And then what do you know? A couple months later, malaria is reported for the first time in Florida. And you're just like, gee, I wonder why. It's like, there's a very good list. It was like, it just takes like, the 4 article headlines, like all 3 months apart or whatever. It's like, Bill Gates plans to release mosquitoes in Florida. Millions of mosquitoes released in Florida. Oh, there's malaria reported in Florida for the first time in 20 years. And you're just like, it's there, but it's separated by enough time that people aren't connecting the dots. Because I think we live in the information age. And that's the irony of all this, is we have access to the wealth of human knowledge essentially at this point on the internet, but we're so bombarded with all useless crap that we don't have any space left in our brains to even if we do see that, we forget about it the next day.
Yeah, Bill Gates definitely is a key figure in the the New World Order, because you see he's obviously from a tech background,
Well,
and
he's barely really, he barely even,
he cheated
yeah,
his way into it, I guess.
yeah. He pretty
But
much
he,
stole someone else's stuff and then,
yeah, exactly. But he has such like a big influence on the food that goes into our body. Obviously, with vaccines, that's another way of us consuming something, and then the information that we consume, he has so much power over, and It's not. I know the food part, what you've just described, is a massive part of it, but that's just one spoke of a wheel of consumption. You've got the TV that you watch, what's on Netflix. All of this is you're consuming into your body, and it is all negatively impacting you. But it's all for this vicious cycle of get people ill, stop people thinking, and get their money and gain control over them.
yeah. What's crazy is they managed to do it. They managed to put just enough and the right poisons in the foods to modify behavior without actually like directly killing people. Like that's what I think. The COVID vaccines were a mistake because they put too much and people were dying right away. I mean, or within a week or whatever, and more people are connecting the dots on that. But to me, when it came out, as soon as it came out, I'm like, I'm not worried about people dying as soon as they get it or a week later. I'm worried about everybody that took this shot dying within 2 to 5 years. Rapid onset of cancers, all these things that we're seeing now. I mean, young people developing cancers, young people with myocarditis. I did enough research before the vaccine even came out. I'm like, this is what's going to happen. I told my entire family, besides me and my daughter, took the shots. They took at least 2 shots. My mom and dad both took boosters, and they already weren't really healthy, but like, I'm just like, how much longer do I even have with them? It's kind of, it sucks because I told them everything that was going to happen. I told them what it's about, what's going on, and they just don't care. So it's,